everyone, welcome to my channel. This video is very exciting because we're going to be talking about the highly anticipated Pro Filt'r concealer and powder from Fenty Beauty. I couldn't wait to get my hands on these products because everybody's been talking about them. It is Fenty complexion products. She increased her foundation shades by 10, so she has a total of 50 now, and she launched 50 concealers. Nobody has ever had 50 concealer shades. It is absolutely amazing that she did that. Talk about her shade range, like that is crazy. One of the main reasons I was super excited to make this video is that I've been seeing a lot of like big influencers that I absolutely love make videos on this concealer and powder, and they have all said that their videos are sponsored. So even though I absolutely trust like Elisa Ashley and Jackie Aina and other girls that I've watched videos from, I wanted to see for myself how much I would like this concealer and powder. And here's why. The product looked amazing on them, but honestly, they can make anything look amazing. And even though all the videos I watched said that the concealer was really, really nice, nobody said it was the greatest concealer that they had ever tried. So I was thinking to myself, how does it compare with their current favorite, with what they're currently using? And that is the question that I want to answer today. I'm sure the concealer will be good, but I want to see if it's great, if it's amazing, if it's the best that we've ever tried, if you need to run and replace your current one with it because this is the new greatest concealer ever, or if it's just a good concealer, period, you know? With that said, if you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. It really helps me out and it helps my channel grow when you guys do that. If you've tried the concealer or you're thinking of trying the concealer, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it, or if you just went and got foundation match, or if you hated it, or whatever it is, let me know in the comments down below. I want to see what your experience was with this concealer. And if this is the first video you watch of me, welcome to my channel. My name is Patty, and I would love it if you subscribe before you leave. It would mean the world to me if you hit that red subscribe button. Let's not make this intro any longer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's just go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we're starting with my face kind of half done. So I have my eyeshadow on the top done, my eyebrows, and then I have, of course, my skincare. I put primer on and a foundation. The foundation that I'm using is the Beauty Blender foundation. This is the color 250. I think it's pretty similar to like the Fenty foundation. I've had the Fenty foundation before. I used kind of like a third of it and I gave it to a friend because I needed a little bit more moisture in my foundation than that one at the time. I have since started using an oil for my skincare, so I feel like I could handle it now, but that's not what this video is about. I basically just got home from work and I got these two. So today was the Fenty concealer and setting powder launch, and I snagged me some. The concealer I got in the color 170. For reference, my foundation color in Fenty was the color 190. And I thought I was going to get the 150 concealer because that would be one shade lighter, but I tried, but when I was swatching them in the back of my hand, the 170 was the one that I think I would like better, basically. So this is what the boxes look like for the concealer and the powder. The powder I got in the color Butter, and the concealer I got in the shade 170. So beautiful packaging as always, the same as the rest of their collection. And then this is what the concealer component looks like. It is so freaking beautiful. It is kind of like the same shape as the foundation. The primer and the foundation came in the same type of bottle, and this is what the primer looks like next to the concealer. I will say though, the Fenty foundation and the Fenty primer come in a glass component, and although this looks identical, this is actually a plastic component. So they changed it a little bit there. I was wondering if they were going to make the concealer component glass. It is a very fancy frosted plastic, but it is plastic, versus this, which is glass. I personally appreciate it because I'm a Sephora employee and I have a lot of glass cleanups to do throughout the month, so it's one less thing to worry about. Alright, and then here is the powder, which is an absolutely gorgeous component as well. It looks like this, and I think I saw something else in here. It has a stopper, and the stopper comes separate. So that is so cool because it says FB, Fenty Beauty in there. So let's see what this looks like inside. Okay, I get it now. It took me a second. This is what it is for. It is to stop the powder from coming out. So it's like a little cap for it. So the holes are in the shape of like FB, and you can cover it up with these so that it stops the powder from coming out. This is great for when you are traveling because your powder will not be like in your bag, like shaking all over the place, and then you open it and it's like powder everywhere. You can actually seal it. That is genius, and it comes completely out, so it's not like the ones, like the Too Faced ones that like hang on the side there. That is very cool. I didn't even know that that's what was happening there. So I didn't get the lightest shade in the powder because this one's super light, but it has a little bit of a yellow tint to it, so I'm thinking it'll help brighten. That's why I got the color Butter. I forgot to show you guys what the concealer looked like inside. It's like flat and it has a little bit of a tip. You can use this concealer for like covering your dark circles, of course, and also highlighting the center of the face, which is what I wanted to do. And I do have a damp beauty blender right here ready to go. It's dirty because I was using it to apply my foundation. Okay, so let's do this. I heard you don't have to apply too much of it from the reviews that I saw. This is me not applying too much, I guess. Okay, same thing on this side. I like that it's not drying out very fast at all. And with one dip, I did all of that. So one dip gets you far away. See, like I only took it out of there once. I'm gonna go ahead and seal it because I think this is enough concealer. So we're going to start blending with my beauty blender. That looks really nice. That is half of it blended, and I mean, so far so good. All right, so now we're doing the other side. Okay, and then the last thing I'm blending out is my little nose highlight. Okay, so I'm looking at it up close and it honestly looks so good. It smoothed out my pores really nicely. I do think like from far away I could see a little bit of redness peeking through right here. I don't know if it's me being crazy, but I am going to do like that, and I think that'll cover it. It might be me being crazy because it did fully cover my dark circles, so why would it not cover there? But just in case, I added a teeny tiny more. I'm going to look up so that you guys can see, because I do see that it's like creasing a little bit. Let me see if I can zoom you in even further. You can see that it is creasing underneath my eyes a bit. I'm going to go ahead and smooth it out now that it's been sitting there for a while. Alright, so it is better, but it's still creasing. I'm not upset at that at all because all my concealers crease, because I do have quite a few little lines underneath my eyes there. So we're going to try the powder now, which I'm so excited to do, and I wanted to try it in two different ways, just to show you guys the difference and so that I can know the difference myself. Oh, they did well. I have powder all over. They knew what they were doing when they put that in there because a lot comes out. So this right here is a great thing. Can you guys even see me? There is a cloud of powder in this room right now. I'm going to insert right here a picture of what I just did. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my trusty Sephora number 79 brush. This is my absolute favorite brush for underneath the eyes because it just fits perfectly right there. And I'm going to grab my beauty blender. So underneath my left eye, I'm going to do a very light layer of powder and dust it right off. First, I'm going to go ahead and blend out the concealer. I don't want to set any creases. And once I did that, I'm going to go ahead and like dab it It is scented and it smells like vanilla, which I don't really care. Okay, and I'm going to dust off the excess. So that looks very matte, but it looks very good. And on the other side, I'm going to go in and with my sponge. So I'm going to first dab out the creases, and then with some powder on my sponge, I'm going to press it into the under eyes a little bit. Look at how bright that is. I mean, it still has powder under it, but it is bright nevertheless. So I'm going to go ahead and dust it off. There's no point in letting it bake because I do have very dry skin, so that just will create problems. And I don't want to have problems. I want to actually love this product. So to be completely honest with you, it didn't really make a difference. Both look really nice, really bright, and really set. I'm going to zoom you guys back in so you can see all the little details, and you'll be able to see how now that the concealer is set, you don't see any creases. Okay, so I'm going to look up. If you guys are seeing what I see, it is very, very matte, but it's not creasing anymore, and it looks really, really nice. So now I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face. I'm going to set right here in the center of my forehead, middle of the nose, and chin. Just like that. I didn't feel the need to buy two powders because I only ever powdered the center of my face. I don't really powder like around it because I normally just put bronzer there. I do think I am pretty pleased with the powder that I chose. I don't think going lighter would have made me any happier. So yeah. It looks really, really nice underneath both eyes. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how much I like this. Whether or not it'll replace what I'm currently using, we'll still have to determine. So I'm going to think about it while I finish the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm almost done with my face makeup, and I wanted to come back and use this powder a little bit more, like to bake with. So I'm going to go kind of like from the corner of my mouth. I basically wanted to do this because I did hear a couple of the influencers that did the concealer review say that it was a little bit of a drying powder. So I figured if I bake with it a little bit and like leave it there for like a minute or two, I could most likely tell. There we go. Alright, I think that's kind of enough baking because I am dry and I don't want to risk looking crazy. I'm going to dust it off. Oh wow, it really stays. I'm kind of scared now. Yeah, based on the fact that it stayed kind of like stuck to my foundation there, I don't think this powder is ideal to bake with and leave it on there for a long time because it like sticks to your makeup a little bit. When I dusted it with the brush, it was amazing though. I'm going to get the back of my beauty blender and just kind of... There we go. That kind of fixed it. Okay, so I'm almost done. I'm going to go ahead and set the face with my Morphe setting spray. I swear the main thing I love about the Morphe setting spray is the way that it sprays, basically. I can't really tell if it's really that good of a setting spray or if I just really, really like how fine the mist is and how you can like continuously apply it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a close-up so you can see how everything looks up close. Alright, so that is the concealer right there. As you can see, it looks very bright, very smooth. It looks nice and pigmented. I have no complaints about that. Once I use the beauty blender down here and once I like put the setting spray on, all that weird powder stuck to my foundation thing completely went away, so it's not a problem anymore. I really like the way my makeup looks, and that is a great indicator of whether or not you like a product, obviously. Alright, so I was trying to gather my thoughts because I was taken over by the excitement that my face looks really good right now. So let me see. Alright guys, so another one of the things I wanted to talk about was the way that this concealer feels. And I have to tell you, it does not feel heavy underneath the eyes, even though it does say that it's creamy. It did crease quite a bit when it was before we had set it with powder, but to me that's honestly normal. I love that this concealer is $26 because that is like $4 less expensive than the average concealer at Sephora. I feel like most of the concealers that Sephora sell tend to run around $30. I wanted to talk about whether how it compares to concealers that I normally use that I absolutely love. And I have stopped using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because I noticed that my under eyes looked very textured and it made them look kind of like older basically, and like heavier and like more wrinkly. So I like it a lot more than the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. That's a $4 saving right there because the NARS concealer is $30 and this Fenty one is $26. My current favorite concealer that I cannot get enough of is the YSL All Hours Concealer. And I don't think I can quite determine whether I like this one more or not, but the fact that I'm trying to compare it with my absolute favorite concealer means that this is a really, really nice one. The powder I loved applying with a brush. I don't know about baking because it did quite cling to right here. So I don't know, people with oilier skin who are used to really like baking their powder, I don't know how that would work out, or if it would just kind of like stay there and be very hard to like dust off the excess. So I think I would be careful with that. That is not usually how I apply my powder though. I like the light dusting. And if you're someone that likes to bake, you might consider using less powder to bake or taking it off faster, and it'll probably work just as good. So there's one thing that I would recommend. In all the videos it says it's very easy to match, just get the same color as your foundation or go a shade lighter. I thought it would be very easy, so like I was convinced that I was going to be 150 because that is the neutral underneath 190, which is what I'm used to using, and I ended up getting 170. So if you have a Sephora near you, I would say don't risk getting the wrong color online. I would just go to your local Sephora and swatch them and buy them in store so that you can get exactly the color that you need, because with 50 shades it could get a bit confusing, and so it could be a little bit hard to find the exact one that you want. With that said, you are absolutely guaranteed to find the shade of foundation and concealer in the Fenty line, because I mean 50 shades is amazing and Fenty has the best undertones that really match every single skin tone. So I would definitely say it is totally worth it to go to your store and get the shade that you need. Remember that the Fenty line is not just like full-size Sephora's. If you have a JCPenney near you, they probably have a Sephora inside JCPenney in there, so you can also find these concealers there. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I am pleasantly surprised. I am so happy that this video ended in such a happy note and that I'm so happy with my new purchase. I cannot wait to continue using these products. These are definitely going to be part of my makeup routine because I feel like they just like made it up there just by trying it once. I really like the way this looks. I don't know if I said this or not, and I think I might have forgotten, but I feel like the powder makes your pores look very blurred, which is definitely an A+ from me. I honestly don't think I have anything else to add to this except to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If this is the first video you watch of me, my name is Patty and I would love if you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below. And if you like this review and you're excited to go find a Fenty concealer for you, please give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up really help me out and promote my video. I'm really bad at telling you guys what I'm wearing everywhere else on my face. So just so you know, my lipstick is not actually a lipstick. It is a lip balm and I put a little bit of lip liner on it. So this is the Bite lip liner in the color 016. That's what I have on my lips with lip balm. I really love putting lip balm on and then lining my lips and filling them in a little bit because it's like a sheer lip balm that I can kind of customize, so I really like doing that. And then if you want to see this eyeshadow look, I actually have a video on it. Click on this video right here. It is my Desi and Katie Friendcation palette review. And the look that I created in that video is identical to what I'm wearing today. So go ahead and watch that video next. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye!